Hello and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Aaron Porras here with ILTV's Morning Briefing.
Tensions in the north are rising, and the IDF is now preparing for a possible Iranian attack following Israeli airstrikes on Iranian and Assad regime targets in Syria overnight. And in claiming responsibility for the strikes, the IDF says that they're in retaliation for the launching of Iranian rockets from Syria the day before. While the IDF reports hitting dozens of Iranian Quds Force military targets, and at least 11 people are confirmed killed, 7 of whom are likely Iranian. Israel is also warning Syria not to allow any more escalations from within their borders. But just in case, the army says it's preparing for defense and attack on a wide range of scale. Meanwhile, loud explosions could be heard across the Syrian southwest, including over Damascus. And video of the attacks show loud explosions as Syrian air defense is activated, intercepting some of the airstrikes. But the IDF reports destroying at least 6 Syrian air defense batteries, multiple Iranian IRGC bases in Syria, and a building staffed by Iranians at the Damascus International Airport. Israel avoided Syria's Russian-made S-300 defense systems, however, over the presence of Russian troops, and the IDF says that it coordinated the strikes with Moscow beforehand, too. Then, coincidentally, the IDF just concluded another surprise military drill in the north, designed to test the Jewish state's response time to conflict. Thousands of reservists were called up to simulate the turnover from everyday to emergency and defense to attack, including the gathering of troops and weapons, the delivery of arms and equipment, and troop movements throughout the region. This is the second such surprise drill held in the Northern Command under Chief of Staff Kochavi. It's been a day since United States Secretary of State Pompeo made headlines announcing a return to Reagan-era policies regarding Israeli settlements. The United States no longer views Israeli settlements in disputed territories as illegal per se. But the White House says that that doesn't mean Israel can do what it wants. Well, almost immediately after the announcement, Prime Minister Netanyahu and community leaders from Judea and Samaria, or the West Bank, met, calling the decision a correction to a great injustice. Then Netanyahu began approvals for a bill that would allow Israel to apply sovereignty to the Jordan Valley. Likud MK Sheren Haskel introduced the bill a few weeks ago, but fast-tracked it following the policy change, saying there's no reason this bill wouldn't pass with an 80 MK majority. And Netanyahu has often touted that in the event of a unity government, his first move would be to annex. But just as Israelis are starting to whip out the champagne, White House officials are now clarifying the change in settlement policy is not a green light for annexation. In fact, the administration says that Israel shouldn't even see this as support for unrestrained construction in settlement areas. All the United States is saying is that contrary to the EU and the UN's current stance, the White House no longer views Israeli settlements in disputed territories as inherently illegal.